Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1, Phathead, Cande Roth. As you may know by now, Cande coming back Christmas Eve morning. She better, because I say it every day. She'll be back Thursday morning. We'll get you into the holiday and get you all set up. I can only find one national day today, and it is really boring. National Date Nut Bread. Yes, believed to have originated around Iraq. Dates have been a staple food of the Middle East and the Indus Valley for thousands of years, cultivated since ancient times from Mesopotamia to prehistoric Egypt. Anyway, and then, okay. So, no need to go into any more of that. Do you make date nut bread? Congratulations. Maybe you make some for the holiday. I haven't given you an update recently of some recommendations or things to stay away from on Netflix. As you know, I am the Netflix king. I have watched almost everything on there, and if that's even possible. So recently, I watched the Steve Jobs movie. This is from about 5 years ago with Michael Fassbender playing Steve Jobs. Pretty interesting. Kate Winslet is his assistant. Good movie. A lot of, you really learn about Steve Jobs. I'm assuming it's true, the movie. Going into it, when you make a movie like that, you got to figure most of the stuff is true, even though there might be a little creative license. So not such a nice guy. But, anyone who is that brilliant, who, is making stuff like that and changing the world, I guess, they're married to their job, and they're married to their brain, and they are focused solely on that. But interesting movie. I watched something called Molly's Game. This is, I think it's about 2 years old. It is a Alan Sorkin screenplay and written film based on the true story of Molly Bloom, a former Olympian, a freestyle mogul skiing Olympian, who ended up running illegal poker games for major celebrities and business people. Very interesting movie. It's called Molly's Game. I watched Trumbo with Bryan Cranston about the movie writer from, the 50s and 60s, the 40s into the 50s and 60s. He won a bunch of Oscars, and he was labeled as a communist, and it's all that inquiry and everything. And interesting film, feel-good film. It was good. It was pretty light for the subject matter. It was pretty lighthearted. Bryan Cranston does a great job in Trumbo. I did start The Crown. I caved, okay? I started The Crown. I was getting a lot of pressure. I stopped on episode 4 of season 1, and I'm stuck there for a couple days now. I'll get back to it, and it was good. Let me say, the acting is great. The scenery is fantastic. I understand why people like it. John Lithgow as Churchill. I mean, everyone's fantastic. But the royal family of England doesn't get me going. I just, it never interested me. Never really did anything for me. But I will try to get back to that. The Disaster Artist. This is an interesting movie. The Disaster Artist is a true story. It's scripted. It's a scripted movie, but it's based on the true story of the worst film ever made in Hollywood. Literally the worst. It's a cult classic because it's so bad. It's an interesting film. I would say watch The Disaster Artist, and you'll be like, wow, I can't believe this happened. Very, very interesting film. And now I'm currently on Lillehammer. Yes, like the city in Europe where the Olympics were in the 90s. It is episodes. It's seasons. It's a show with seasons and episodes. And it's the guy from Sopranos. Is it Stephen Van Zandt? I get that right? He plays a mob guy who has to go into witness protection, and he ends up in Lillehammer, and he starts up with his old ways there, and it's interesting. It's funny. It's a drama, but it's funny. I'm a couple episodes in on that as well. My Country 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning, weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.